We had him on last week. Joel.
Boom shakalaka! All right.
All right, y'all. You know what time it is.
Yes.
It's Friday, and there's only one synonym for Friday, and that is
Boom
shakalaka. That's right.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome to Miss Rocki and Chaveevah Live, because there's always something good happening on the north end.
And everywhere else in the Cedar Valley and worldwide.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, we've been voted the best show on the internet, and that's because we have the best guest, Chaveevah. Today we have Katie Boyce, our new friend.
Yes, and longtime aerobics, water aerobics instructor at the YWCA. And you know how we're always talking about hidden gems in the community, right? Katie is definitely one of those hidden gems. You know, when that's our whole show. We like to look around and find things and people that are right there under your nose that we need to recognize.
That's right. So welcome, Katie. And we're going to get to talk with her just a little bit more here pretty soon. We're going to talk all about how it's not just great to stay active, but she's going to show us how, and at all ages. So make sure to stay tuned for that. First of all, we got to shout out our crew for always making us look good. Ed and Agnes, you rock.
Yes, absolutely. And we also want to congratulate all of those who were named this year's 20 under 40, especially, you know, a few of our friends who have been here on the show.
Right.
Yeah.
We've had friends Purvis Williams, Daquan Campbell, Brittany Perkins, and also, wasn't there one more that was on our show that was in the group? But anyway, congratulations to all of the winners, and it's much deserved. We love to hear about that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Our Give It Air today, Chaveevah, is again this month. To wrap it up, we're still talking about change.
Yes, change. And change that's one of those things that no matter how much you hate it or resist it, it's going to happen. And this time we're going to be focusing on self-care and health.
Right. You know. All people want to focus on that, and it kind of ties right in with our subject today, kind of staying more active. And all people need to stay more active, but we wanted to report the statistics on, especially African Americans have high blood pressure, diabetes, and stroke, and more serious health concerns than other cultures. And
right.
So,
whether that is something that's hereditary or due to lifestyle, diet, that kind of stuff, it's the time right now is to take charge of that and do something to improve your outlook,
right.
Just improve your health over the long run.
Right, like change your diet, do some exercise, sign up for water aerobics at the YWCA.
That's right.
Okay, so those are some things. We just had to give that a little air to let everybody know that change is in the air, and the only change stays the same. So remember that as we wrap up this month.
Okay, and news flash to our birthday people. Be sure to stick around so that we can give you your birthday shout out and song. We do it every Friday. We're looking for you.
That's right. We're looking, and we're going to find you. All right. We got one contest question, Chaveevah, today. And our contest question is, be the first person to reply in the comments, what makes you Waterloo proud? Let us know today, and you win a copy of Ropes in the Kitchen, written by my father and I about Waterloo, our story, personal, up-close story about my childhood and growing up in Waterloo. So give us an answer to what makes you the most Waterloo proud. And I know what makes me Waterloo proud.
And what's that?
YWCA.
Okay. Okay.
I love that place. Went there as a child, so I'm going to claim that today. How about
Okay.
you, Chaveevah?
Well, people, sometimes you can't appreciate the place where you were born, but I was not born here. I didn't grow up here. What I appreciate about Waterloo, or that makes me Waterloo proud, is I think it's a great place to bring up children.
Ah.
It turned out to be for me, so.
Yes, and your children turned out really, really good. So I'll
Thank you kindly.
I'll
yeah.
buy that. Me as well. I think it's a great place to raise children.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a great time to introduce our guest. I think Agnes and Ed are back there. Oh, there she is. Good. Agnes
All
is
right.
on the ball. Don't let it throw you off. Welcome, Katie. We've
Hello.
got Katie Boyce here, and we're going to talk to you about what makes you Waterloo proud.
Well, I was going to say born and raised here. My kids grew up here. I live close to the high school I went to and the YWCA. Best job in the world.
All right.
Right. I bet. Yeah, we're going to talk to you about your job because you've really changed our lives for the better. I mean, just being more
absolutely.
active has made been a big benefit for me personally. But first, we have to ask you a trick question, Katie. We have to ask all of our people, like our viewers who already know, do you subscribe to the Soul Town?
I do not.
All
Well,
right.
now you know. I bet you they got a copy at the Y because they're always so inclusive and have so many things going on.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, the Soul Town started right here in Waterloo. It was founded by Chaveevah, and it started out with a more local sort of focus, but now it is basically nationwide and worldwide. It's in, 19 different countries. It's all across the United States. Great writers that talk about a variety of subjects. So it is just, can't say enough good things about it. So if you're interested, you can subscribe by going to
The Soul Town
Thank
Magazine.
you.
.com, and look
Yes.
at Agnes. She's such a show off. That's why we moved their shout out all the way up to the beginning of our show. Thank you so much, Agnes, for that
Yes.
wonderful graphic. All right.
Yeah, for the nice bailout too.
Yeah, right. She's always on cue. All right, we've just shared it to the Rocki and Chaveevah page, and I think we have some comments. Of course, Ed's too busy. We got Velveeta in the house. Hey, she says, hey, ladies.
Okay, hey, Vita.
Also,
I don't know. It looks like Ed
there's
might
Ed. All right, Ed, just tell us who's hollering at us. Anybody Waterloo proud today?
We have Velveeta Robertson says Arizona's in the house. You just said that.
All right.
Yes.
Twinetta Kane Scott.
All
said
right.
Arizona. So I
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
he's in Arizona.
Yeah.
You
all
guys
these
are getting some pretty good
Waterloo
weather right about now, aren't you?
folks. Oh, yeah.
I'm
And I don't
jealous.
know if Velveeta Robinson was answering a question, but she says yes. Chaveevah Cheryl Banks Ferguson.
Okay.
With a little heart emoji. So I don't know if that was answering a question or not. I will miss the first
Oh,
little bit of the show.
That's,
Oh, that's okay.
That's
You,
our
you're
Ed.
always right on time, Ed.
Exactly. Okay, so we found out that a lot of good stuff about the Soul Town, and that magazine actually inspired this show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chaveevah and I were both writers for the magazine, and we saw how she was highlighting everything good going on. And, we hear so much negative
Yes.
stuff.
We need to hear some good stuff.
Right. We're all about that good stuff. So now it's down to talking to Katie, Chaveevah.
Yes.
She's always yelling at us. We don't get to talk to her. So now we get to find out more about what makes you tick. So tell us, how long have you been doing water aerobics at the YWCA?
I'm in my 17th year at the YWCA. Started when my youngest son was 4.
Oh, wow.
And they had great daycare, so he could be downstairs, he could be upstairs, I could be downstairs in the pool. We swam as a family there, and
Nice.
it's just a great place to work.
Right
It
now.
is.
Yeah, I guess, I know I've been taking your class since January or somewhere thereabouts, and it's just been great. And a few years ago, I took your class too, because I remember when I first started back, I was like, this lady looks familiar.
Okay.
That's because you were my instructor then too. But talk about some of the health benefits of water aerobics.
Well, when you're in the water, and we run a very warm pool, about 90 degrees, 89, and it's good for arthritis. It's good for movement. And you only weigh about 40% in the water.
Oh, yeah.
So it's easy on the joint, it's easy on the muscles, you can move, you can have fun. You do perspire, but you've got water to cool down.
Right, right.
Yes, so that's pretty interesting. You wouldn't think, being in the water, yes, you will sweat in the water.
Yeah,
but it's
and
a
I
great
noticed,
workout.
just like when we were kids, I think most of us remember going swimming, and when you get done, all you want to do is eat a whole lot of food and go to sleep, right? So, but right now, as I age, I'm finding that the water just makes me more energetic, and it's a great way for me to start out my day personally. Talk about some of the times and how do you guys facilitate everybody's schedule? I mean, say somebody is looking to join the water aerobics.
Well, we open at 6:30, the pool, and there are morning classes, afternoon classes, there's open plunges, there's lap swim. Right now, we're only open till about 5:30, the pool, and lack of lifeguards like the whole community is feeling.
right.
But we're trying to reach out and help as many people as we can.
Wow, love it. And you even have kids that come. I mean, do you have kids classes, and do you teach those? Or
I
are you-
teach kids swim lessons Saturday mornings. They got to be out of diapers, but ages 4 to about 12.
Okay.
And I think currently I've got about 14 kids involved in that from 8 to 12 on Saturday.
What's the what kind of age range over the years have you seen with people doing water aerobics? Age range and ability level, because sometimes people hear the word aerobics and they think it's going to be something way out of their ability to be able to do.
Well, I know that I've got some ladies in their 90s.
Okay.
Is that right?
All right.
And I had one tell me, Katie, I used to be able to keep up with you, but I can't quite do it anymore.
Oh my, yeah.
So it's for all. Water is something you can do your entire life.
It is. And I tell you, it really helps with arthritis. I'm a witness. I feel so much better when I come out of that pool. It's just like I'm ready to go and start the day. So, yeah. And I think we have more comments. Yeah, I think we have an answer to our Waterloo Proud question. Somebody just won a copy.
Okay. Jean Maddox
Yes.
said, proud of educational opportunities.
All right.
All right.
And
Love it.
Velveeta Robinson said, great place to raise our children.
That's
Okay.
right. That's right. Thank you. We agree with that, Velveeta. Thank you. So yeah, congratulations, Jean Maddox. We'll have to get your address and mail your copy of Ropes in the Kitchen. So, yeah. So we wanted to talk about your childhood a little bit. You, like me, were brought up here in Waterloo, and I have the best memories of going to the YWCA and making clay things in that big room and going swimming and some of the day camps that my parents took advantage of to get me out of the house. What are some of your memories?
I don't have a lot of memories at the Y. My mom tried me in tap and ballet very young.
Okay.
And maybe a little too young, that I wasn't as appreciative as I should have been. And when I really got involved with Y is when I had small children and could take them down there.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. The Y is a great place to go with your children. Chaveevah, what did you do at the Y? Did you signed up for? You signed up for just the water aerobics?
Basically, yeah. Well, sometimes I would go to the weight room, right, and walk on the treadmill and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but I think it's great. I really appreciate you being on here, and it's a great focus because that again shines a light on a hidden gem in the community, the YWCA, and also to put more focus on, there's someplace right here in the community where you can go to focus on, you know, having more activity, doing something health related.
Right. So we just want to keep talking about the YWCA for a little bit more time, because it's only 4:15, Chaveevah.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
yeah, what else about the Y? What about the gym?
I'm a water person. I don't like to exercise on land. I don't even like to run errands. So I spend all of my time in the pool. The warm water is helpful for, like you used it before you had surgery, after you had surgery. It's great for therapy in a lot of those ways.
Right.
I have many people that come before knee surgeries or back surgeries and do some exercises to prepare for that. And I find that they recover so much quicker and can get back into the water and back to physical activities.
Oh yeah, I could not wait to get back in the water after my shoulder surgery. It was just so therapeutic. And then the fact that I couldn't get it wet was really annoying for the longest time. But yeah.
Yeah,
That-
therapy, that was the $1,000,000 word I shared with you. I had sort of a heart episode in January, which is why I started going. And when I told my doctor that that's what I was doing, I definitely got the mark of the stamp of approval, because it's a good way to keep yourself going, good way to exercise yourself. And yeah, I'm a witness to it not being too much damaging on your joints. And I'm with you 100% on the not really liking to exercise on land. Me in the
Anymore.
weight room, we were sort of okay, but I love the water. Let's put it like that.
Me too, me too. And so we want to make sure that people know they can call the Y. I have a number here. It's if you want to find out more about water aerobics or how often the gym is open and things like that, you can call 319-234-7589, or they do have a great website, which Agnes, of course, is so prepared for.
Yes.
It's right there, some of the things that are on there. So why are you guys laughing at me? Thank you guys so much. We have comments. Thank you, Ed.
That's all. I'll save us right now. Amber Hack, I'm assuming, or Hawk.
Okay.
She is kind of reiterating what you guys have talked about, that the YWCA Black Hawk County has a great gym and a weight room as well.
Awesome. Yes. We know a couple of people that go to the swim and then they join in the weight room. I'm going to get there.
Yeah, and actually there are a couple of women we met, I think on Saturday, who are in the pool and their husbands are in the weight room.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, make sure you call the Y. And you know, we got one person we didn't shout out to was Joyce Wilder, and we haven't heard from her. We're going to have to check on Joyce.
Okay, yeah,
find out
for
what's
sure.
going on with Joyce. So yeah, we got the YWCA. We can't wait to go back there next Tuesday. We go on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I tell you what, the days that I don't go, I can tell. So I want to go every day, but that's not quite possible yet, right? That would mean you'd have to be there every day, right?
I'm there 4 days a week.
Okay.
We're open 6 days a week, but we do have other instructors that can take good care of you.
Okay.
No, they're pretty good, but I would have to say, definitely from my experience, I would say you're the best when we're jogging.
And we're pumping.
Yes.
And I told you sometimes I hear you in my sleep.
Oh,
and
no.
pull it up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
We really work, and it's just great to get the old heart going and feeling so much better.
Katie, do you know about any events, any upcoming events at the YWCA, maybe that the fundraisers or anything that the community should know
They
about?
currently have a fundraiser that they have a board of dollar amounts that you can take off a tab and donate that amount from 1 to 99 or something. I can't.
Wow.
Oh, it's their
You
fall.
caught me with that.
fall
Call and
fundraiser.
find out if you'd like to make a donation.
Yeah.
It is an old building. It is, but I think they've done a great job of keeping it nice, keeping it as up to date as we can. It's not the newest pool in town, but it sure is the nicest.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. It sure is. And the warmest and the cleanest
yes.
and the best, because it has the best instructor there. That's you, yeah. We are so happy to be a part of that. Okay, one thing I wanted to talk about is our birthday people, Chaveevah. I didn't see, oh, there's Derek Holmes, because at first I was like, where's Derek Holmes' name? But we always have the best birthday people.
Yes, we have the best birthday people because we have the best friends on our
Yes.
show, right?
But before we start singing, do you know that next, I think it's October, look at our wall, JJ Moses is coming to you and I to do a talk. Have you seen that?
Okay, I have seen a little bit about that.
Look at, oh my
Okay.
goodness. It's like TV magic. Thank
I
you.
know. Agnes is a mind reader.
Yes, she is. She pulls that stuff off our wall before we can barely get it out of our mouths. JJ Moses, who was a professional football player, will be at UNI, and he's going to be, and Chiquita Lovelace Hill is the one that shared that with us. So we want to let our viewers know about that. What a great guy. Jerry Moses' oldest son, so good old number 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So now we get to say happy birthday.
Yes,
When's
we
your
do.
birthday?
March.
Oh, March. Okay. Well, you can just sing for our, what month are we in? September birthdays. All right, Chaveevah, who do we got?
Okay, happy birthday to Kimmery Phillips, Ryan Stevenson, Herstine Ferguson,
Yay!
Travis Ferguson,
Travis!
Gary Crawford, and
Yes.
Caroline Galloway. Happy birthday.
Gary Dean, that's right. Derek Holmes, hometown,
Yes.
right? He says that we have the best live show on the internet. Thank you, Derek.
There you go. Yes, indeed. Thank you.
All right. We also want to say happy birthday to Daryl Kincaid, DeCarlos Anderson in his new position with Talent Search.
Yes, yes.
Also, Sean Taylor. Yes. Eric Garrett.
Yep, that's my cousin.
All
Hey, hey.
right. Yes. And Dina Shepherd, that young woman. I know her. Beautiful young woman. All right. So, you know, we are so excited because we always have the best birthday people. So we have to sing in our best voices.
That's right.
And we know you brought your beautiful voice.
Yes, and our motto is if you can't sing good, sing loud.
Right.
Yes.
Why not? It's Friday. Great
Yes.
Friday to you all, and here we go. I'm sure you would agree
It couldn't fit more perfectly
than to have a world party.
on the day you came to be.
Happy birthday
to ya.
Happy birthday to
ya.
A little louder.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All
Ed,
right.
You know what? I think Ed and Agnes should be over here joining us every Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
I think they got a kick out of us today. Yes.
They did. They always do. We get a kick out of them too. They're chuckling and talking to each other. We don't know what they're saying, but it's okay.
Oh man, we want to remind everybody to please follow us on YouTube. Just look for Rocki and Chaveevah.
Yes. Yes, and also go to Instagram. Check out Rocki and Chaveevah or North End Update. And you can watch us on MediaCom, and we're known there as the Boom Shakalaka Girls.
Yes.
So set your DVRs for 10 o'clock Saturday morning or 4 o'clock on Fridays, every Friday. Be there or be virtually square.
And
right?
by all means, yes, like and share this video.
That's right. And if you do that, you get your name in a drawing. And until next time, we want to encourage all of our viewers to keep doing more of what makes you awesome.
Like Katie Boyce.
Like
Yep.
Katie
you.
Boyce.
Thank you.
Yes.
Because it makes us all look good. See you
Yes.
next time.